Hello guys, Michaela here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another Building Europe build. Today we're building a traditional rural house for grandparents inspired by rural buildings in Serbia. You can fit up to 4 sims in here, but I initially did the build for grandparents who maybe have space for their grandkids when they come over, or maybe the kids if they come over. So there is a bedroom downstairs, and there is a tiny small bedroom with 2 single beds upstairs in the attic. It's not an attic per se, but I feel like it's an attic. Okay, so let's get into the facts about Serbia. Republic of Serbia is a country on the Balkan Peninsula. It was formerly a part of the Yugoslavia. It is a parliamentary republic with the capital of Belgrade, around 6.9 million inhabitants, and Serbian as the official language. The official currency is the Serbian dinar. It is not part of the EU, but it's been negotiating the entry with the EU since 2014, and its aim is to be part of the Union by 2025. The history of the country goes all the way to the 7th century, with the first Slavic tribes inhabiting the area around that time. Throughout the years, it was threatened by the Turks and national rebellions. After the First World War, Serbia became part of Yugoslavia. During the Second World War, it was occupied by Hungary and Germany. Then the Yugoslavia came back after it was liberated, after Germany obviously lost in the Second World War. Serbia wanted to keep Yugoslavia together, but it slowly started to fall apart in the early 1990s. The last depart from Serbia was Montenegro in 2006, and Kosovo in 2008, although Kosovo is still a bit of a controversial part, because some people still consider it part of Serbia, and it's not officially recognized by all the countries of the United Nations. So yeah, it's a little controversial to build, but I decided to include Kosovo in my Building Europe series as well, because I personally consider it an independent country. The country has both large lowlands and high mountain ranges. The Pannonian Plain covers a third of the country in the northern part. The south is more mountainy with the Dinaric Alps. The climate is influenced by the land masses of Eurasia and the ocean. It is mostly warm and humid continental climate in the northern areas, which are more flat, and colder and more snowy climate in the southern parts, which are more mountainy. The most important river is the Danube River, the second largest river on the European continent. Its economy is dominated by services, followed by industry and agriculture. The economy was severely affected by the global economic crisis in 2008. After a decade of strong growth, it slowly fell back. Since 2000, Serbia has attracted many international companies and their investments, including Fiat Chrysler concern that manufactures cars, Siemens and Bosch, which are both electronics and technic companies, or Michelin, who make tires for cars, and many more. The country uses the plains in the northern part for agriculture. It is actually the second largest producer of plums and raspberries in the world. Serbia is not a mass tourism destination, but it definitely offers a diverse range of touristic spots. Tourism is mainly focused on mountains and spas, mostly visited by domestic tourists. The most famous mountain resorts are Kopaonik, Stara Planina, and Zlatibor. Among the most visited spas belong Vrijačka Banja, Asoko Banja. I'm sorry about the pronunciation. Even though Serbian is a Slavic language, it's hard to pronounce words like this, even though it's fairly close to Czech. most of the time. The most visited place is the capital of Belgrade. Second comes the city of Novi Sad. Other touristic destinations Serbia has to offer are natural wonders like the Volja Varoš, monasteries, or Danube River cruises. To round this off, let's have some interesting facts, because who doesn't like interesting facts? So to repeat, Serbia is one of the biggest raspberries producers in the world. So they grow an insane amount of raspberries. Considering how small the country is, it's incredible. So yeah, they produce raspberries. 3 Serbian nationals took part in the first moon landing. The Serbian clock industry is the oldest one in the world, even older than the traditional and most famous Swiss clocks and watches. And last but not least, there is a village in Serbia made entirely out of stone and mud. And yes, people still do live there. So even though it's fairly old, the nature and climate has been fairly nice to those destinations. And yeah, people still live there. It's very interesting. So I got inspired for the build by a photo that you can see at the beginning, and it was quite hard because the former Yugoslavian countries, the Balkan countries, the architecture is fairly the same in all of them. So it was kind of hard to find builds for each of the country that was different, that did not look the same as the first one. And the first picture in the beginning was actually from a movie set that was built in Serbia, based on traditional buildings that used to be built in those areas hundreds and hundreds of years ago. So I felt like that was fair enough, because when you Google traditional Serbian buildings, I had most of those already assigned to different countries, like I don't know, Albania or Kosovo or other countries, and so it was hard to find something that was different. So I'm not entirely sure how representative this build is of Serbia, but yeah, I don't know. I really had fun. I especially enjoyed the landscaping, because it was so much fun to use these plants from Cats and Dogs, and I really loved it. So, as I already said at the beginning, I built this for a pair of grandparents. There's a bedroom with a master bedroom with a double bed downstairs, and there is a small bedroom upstairs with 2 single beds. When I was building, I thought that there are grandparents living here. One of them is very crafty, so there is sort of like a craft area upstairs. So one part of the attic space sort of is like a craft room. So there are bookcases and crafts, and there's a chair with like a knitting basket. So everything is like a crafty sim. And at the back is the bedroom. There are also tiny bathrooms upstairs. One like 2x1, sorry. One of them is only a shower. The second one is only a toilet and a sink. Also, what is kind of different about this build is that the upstairs is only accessible from the outside staircase. So I didn't have the space to put another staircase inside. So I decided to just stick with the staircase that is on the outside, because I got inspired by the pictures and they had the staircase on the outside of them. So I decided to just keep it that way. I had a lot of fun with this, and I'm really, really happy about how this build turned out. I was really scared at first when I saw the reference picture that it's not going to look good, but I think I executed the idea quite well, and I'm really, really happy about how it turned out. I'm really having so much fun with the series, and yeah, let me know if you do too, if you like it, because there are still plenty of of countries to go. And if you don't follow me on Twitter, I've tweeted a couple of weeks ago that I scheduled in my calendar, obviously, scheduled all of the builds for the series, and with the pace that I'm going on now, which is about 3 videos a month for the series, I will be done by April, I think beginning of April next year. So yeah, we still have a lot of countries to cover. And I even decided to add some of the countries I initially thought I wouldn't do, which was Kosovo and North Macedonia, because I felt like it was unfair to leave some of the countries out, because they're still very interesting, they still are part of Europe, so I decided to put them back in. So I put 2 more videos for myself. Yeah, I'm really excited about it. I do have times where I feel like I should give up because it's taking a lot of the time and a lot of my energy, because I have to look for all the information. But in the end, I always feel so happy hearing the feedback from you guys, because there has been quite an amazing feedback about this series. So I will definitely try to finish. Okay, so we're almost at the end of today's speed build. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can find this build on my gallery. My ID is mysixsims. And yeah, I hope you are having a great day, or whatever part of the day it is now that you're watching it. And yeah, have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.